Just as I tried to say hello, I had a cough that came up, so I apologize for that. Welcome to my channel. I am Dory and the channel is Prairie Scraps. I really appreciate you being here. This seems super thing is. Okay. I appreciate you being here. So I haven't been on this week because over the Labor Day weekend, we kind of took apart our driveway and we're trying to level it out. And in the process of doing that, we thought we were just going to put a deck in by the door where you walk in for the piano studio. Excuse me. I know this is kind of like a weird situation because I am in my camper, my little Airstream camper outside. And I just had to turn the air conditioning down because I feel like I'm yelling over the top of it, although I do appreciate the coolness because it's hot here in Idaho. So I hope that you can see everything okay. Things have been kind of shuttled around because, like I said, what started with the deck project, the deck is like out the door where, on the end of my driveway, it's where the entrance is. To my piano studio, and also the driveway is where the little Airstream is parked for me to craft. And anyway, so we were doing that and kind of ended up with a bunch of extra rock and realized as we were leveling the rest of the driveway around the Airstream, the craft camper, I realized, oh my goodness, the driveway, it was really low below the Airstream camper. It was like there's a low spot, and every time it rains or snows, it kind of pools underneath here. As we found out, this is also where the big kitty litter box is for the neighborhood cats, stray cats, and apparently everybody who owns a cat also puts their cat out here. So anyway, so we decided to pull out the Airstream out of its spot, level out, add some more rock underneath it. Well, that was a whole big production. You guys, if you ever do like home improvement projects, you know that, you start one thing and you end up doing 20 other things to get that one thing finished. So that is what our life was like. And, it's always an adventure when you're trying to do home DIY projects. That's for sure. So that was kind of our whole deal is schmeal. But anyway, the Airstream got unhooked. I had to put everything kind of down so it didn't break when it got moved. The one weird, difficult thing is that when we pulled this in, it's all the way up to a tree right by our house, like right on the edge of our driveway. And in order to get to the door, to face the doorway to the house and to our house, we had to actually pull it like the hitch forward towards the tree. And so my husband did originally was he pulled it in as far as he could, put it as close as he could to the tree, and then he the winch all the way around the tree to the Airstream. So it hasn't been out since he first did that. So we kind of had to do some finagling and get it back out of here. And then of course the tires were flat because it's been sitting for a couple of years while I've been doing my crafting out here. So anyway, it was all an adventure. I apologize. Kind of a long story for the Airstream got moved and then it wasn't getting moved back. And I wasn't getting hooked back up again. So that was kind of happening here. And I kept going, are you going to hook me up? Oh yeah, I'll hook you up, blah, blah, blah. You know how that is. He's got all kinds of things. It's on his list of things to do, but it's not top on his list to get the camper back in place. And I'm finally like, okay, I was okay with going a 4-day weekend without the Airstream, but I wasn't thinking that I was going for, like the whole entire week without being able to go live. So I'm like, at some point we need to go live here. So anyway, so yesterday I got this really exciting call. So I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. I sell my finished goods. This is my small business. So anything you can do, make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you can help me out. That all helps me out. I'm looking and this little frame is kind of going the wrong direction. Okay. Because everything moved, right? And I won't even show you what happened over there. I pulled most things down, but it's a mess. Someday I'll clean. Doubt it. I don't know. I clean and then I craft and then I clean and then I craft. It's really a bad thing that I got going on around here. So anyway, needless to say, yesterday I got a call from home office of Chalk Couture. I'm an independent designer. I do have a team under me and lots of lovely, lovely people that help me in my business and support my business, and I really appreciate and thank you all. Well, we had an opportunity, I think last week they asked for volunteers to volunteer to present at our launch on Tuesday for the company, some of the new products. So I got a call yesterday. Would you be, because I applied, because I always apply for everything and I try to sign up for every contest, whatever, you know, I want to win something. I won. So anyway, tell me what your best thing that you ever won was. I don't even know if I could tell you my best, but this is pretty exciting. They asked me if I would be a presenter next Tuesday for the new launch of new holiday line. So I'm really excited, and it's a secret. I can't tell you. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I have to create as much as I can and put up a vignette and then do a demo, and it's like up to 35 minutes of a presentation for Chalk Couture in their two other designers. I don't know. I'm almost speechless. I'm pretty excited about it, but I can't tell you all about it. That being said, today I'm going to craft and do our Club Couture project for the month of September, because we are in a new month of September. And before I get going on that other stuff, I'm just going to get this out of the way. And honestly, I just maybe need a pause to do some crafting that I'm not feeling frantic about, because they literally overnighted me a bunch of new stuff and I have to use it, and I have to submit the videos by Monday night. Oh my gosh. So I have a busy weekend ahead of me. Not to mention, I have, orchestra rehearsal this evening. My daughter's coming this evening. My other daughter's going off to an out-of-town soccer game overnight, which will actually kind of free me up. I still have a cleaning job to do. You guys, life just keeps going, right? There's never really a break, ever. So, but I'm super excited about this. I'm going to make it happen. To prevent from telling you too much, I'm going to stop talking about it, or I'll try. But okay, so today's project is going to be September's. You can still sign up for it. It is, brand new project for Club Couture. It is a craft kit that comes in the mail with everything you want. So let's get into that. I'll stop talking about me. Sorry, that really is a bad view right there. I don't know. I'm trying not to. I had it so that it was pointed down. I don't know what's going on. They seem to wear out every 3 to 4 months, at least by 6 months. So this month's club is pretty exciting. I'm excited about it. This month's club is a picture frame that comes in the club. So this is what it is. And don't get overexcited. It comes apart. It has these two pieces apart. You might say, why didn't they just glue it together? And it was something about putting it in the envelope and putting it in the mail. They need these pieces on the inside so they don't break up. So, I know what it was. It is so that they could get the hangers, because they wanted to give us, excuse me, this picture frame with a hanger on it. So, and it's got the little, hardware on the back. That's really nice. The other things that you get in this month's club is this great pattern, and it is called Pretty in Plaid. Let's say Perfectly Plaid. Pretty in Plaid. I knew it was all the P's. So we're going to use that on this project today, just so you could see what it looks like, see how to work it. And then it comes with 2 packets of paste. One is vanilla, which is probably one of my number 1 colors. I love vanilla. In fact, I'll be using my vanilla out of my jar of paste, and then also shimmered gold. And I'm going to use this because I went for, I don't know, what happened to my gold, but it's pretty much a hot mess. You know, it's dried up. Because gold, I probably haven't used very much gold since last Christmas. So, you know what happens when you leave it sit. Anyway, I added water. We'll see if it comes back to life or not. So first of all, what you want to do, I'm going to actually take this apart, take this middle part. I'm not going to do my plaid on this insert. You could if you wanted, but I'm just not going to, because I figure whatever you put in there, you're going to want to put a picture in there. And then I'm going to fit this together before we start on this. And I'm going to set this aside. If you've never been in club before, I'm just going to see how this fits. And then it says to use hot glue gun, or you could probably use wood glue as well to just glue it together. Let's put in here, get my hot glue gun going, because it takes forever. It's old like me. I don't know, it's not really old. It just takes forever to heat up. But once it's heated up, it's too hot. I'm going to say that. Okay, so that's how it goes. You just want to piece it in there and hot glue it. I'm going to hot glue it. You could probably use wood glue. This is sort of like our new, and if you're a club member and you haven't seen some of our new chalk spot surfaces, this is what it's made out of. It's a little thicker. It's not as thin as the boards they use in Dollar Tree, but it's more affordable because it's like this pressed, I don't know, MDF pressed board. But anyway, I love it. It's got a super smooth surface, so it's really easy to like paint and use. See if we can get this hot glue gun going. So I was going to tell you, so if you have not signed up for my club, I do have the information down below in the description. If you want more information about that, it's not an obligation. Go ahead, click it, check it all out, see what's all available. You usually get 2 or 3 packets of ink or paste, depending on the project. It's basically everything you need to complete a pretty, across the board, pretty simple project. Not simple, but you know, it's fun because it's crafting, but it's not too difficult for you to do. So just waiting for this to heat up here. And then we are going to paint this little bugger. I want to paint it in the vanilla first, and I'm going to do the plaid in shimmer gold. So I'm excited about that. I'm just going to use our paste for doing that. If you have the paste packet, you might want like a little paper plate to just put it into. Make sure when you use the paste packet, just go ahead and mix it up before you do that. Can you tell I'm trying to like waste time here? Sorry. But this is, the kit is pretty much all in one, and the first time that you get, that you sign up, you will get a mini squeegee in your kit in the first set. So a lot of times we have like some great different deals and things for, for club members. And then if you really, I think it's a great place to kind of begin. If you've never tried Chalk Couture, it's a great way to try it out. Come on. Hot, hot, hot. Is it getting hot? Oh yeah. I don't just doing that. It's this Ryobi thing. I love it, and it's heavy duty. I love that it doesn't have a cord, but it does take forever to get heated up. So anything else? Oh, so I live here in Idaho. Just to give you a little background, I'm trying to waste time while this thing gets hot. I don't know why it's taking so long. Because I'm watching, it's like a watched pot. I should have just started it right off the bat. And I could only find one battery, so I don't know what happened with the other battery. My life is all a mess because we spent the whole weekend working on this deck and the driveway and trying to get it presentable because I had lessons on Wednesday, so the deck needed to be safe and look good. And it's still not done, but the side by the door is walkable at least. We're still working on it. And then, of course, you know, I have to do all this crafting. So, but stay tuned. After Tuesday, I will be sharing all that I did and my experience with it and what they sent. But they overnighted it. I actually got it this morning. I was really excited because I thought nothing comes to Idaho very quickly, but it was coming from Utah. That's where our home. Ooh! I'm getting some glue. Kind of slow, but sure. All right, here we go. See if I can get some. There we go. Once it starts going, it's fine, but getting it to go. Oh, I probably don't want it that far up. Okay, learn from my mistakes. That's the one great thing about watching my videos. You get to see my mistakes. So you probably don't want to get the glue. See how I did it on this outside, the inside edge, and also the outside edge. So just be careful, because I like goobered everywhere. It's just my style. I'm a pretty messy person. I don't know why I missed that Linus transfer that came out that says, you know, the world needs more messy people or something. I think that's what it says. I want that glue on there. All right, I'm a mess already. Nice, huh? I think there is like different sides of this board, but I'm not certain. I don't know. I can't decide. Okay, so don't go near the edges as much. I was thinking I needed to get it pressed on there, but you don't want it to be on the outside edge, and you don't want to squish out on the outside edge like I did, and you don't want it to be on the inside edge, because that's where you're going to put your picture. So those are the reasons. There. So that was easy peasy. Just glue it together. Like I said, you could use some wood glue and then clamp it, but you know, who's got patience for that? I am all about getting to this right away. Okay, so we've got that done. Let's see if I can get this angled a little. Oh, there. Okay. We got that done. And we are going to go ahead. Sorry, it cuts off my head that way. Kind of trying out the landscape, because that's what I have to do for my, oh, is that a brand new one? Oh no, that's been used. I'm trying to try out the landscape angle, because that's what I have to do for my submission. I'm getting to be a mess, and I know that I'm gonna have to get out my wipes, because I'm getting low on wipes. I always keep wipes handy, because, you know, messy. Like I said, the world needs more messy people. Okay, so we are gonna paint this, and I'm just gonna use a brush. I'm actually going to spritz a little bit of water here. I like to spritz like right onto my brush, inside the lid of the paste. If you get this club, you'll have the paste pack, the singles packet. So just mix it up real good and put it into a paper plate. So I'm gonna use this. I want it to be, you know, when you use your brushes a lot, sometimes they just get a little hard. I don't think it's really dirty, but I like to have a little extra water to deal with when I'm painting. So we're just gonna go ahead and paint this. This is probably going to take a couple of, oops, I kind of got it thick in some places and not in others. Let's see if we can get it. I don't want it to be, I kind of want it to just not be around the edges, but I may have already, if I sound kind of like I have a cold, I don't think I have a cold, but we are like, we have fires all around us, so it's smoky out there and it's super hot outside. So all right, thick there, and not anywhere else. This is not my favorite thing, painting, but you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get where you want. Get it where you want. A little bit more water on this, so that the reason I like to add the water to my paste, I'd rather do like 2 or 3 coats, just because it does go on smoother and you don't have any lumps and stuff. And I tell you what, this particle board, I don't mind the brown. I don't know, I'm liking the browns. If you've watched any of my videos, I just used another simple shape. It's from our chalk spot. That has the same material as this does, and I used it for the fall tag. I used actually 2 pieces. I used the tag, and then I used how do you go around in a square without having lines? I don't know. I guess it's not going to matter in the end. All right, so we got our kind of first coat on there. Obviously it's not the last coat because it's not very even. Oh, one of the things I did want to mention is if you go on my chalk site shopping, huge buy one get one free deals. So you can buy our C, D, and E transfers and you get one free. It's mix and match. There's also a bunch of like kits on there for buy one, get one. It's a really great deal. And if you're a Perks member, you get the 30% off plus that deal. So go check it out. It's gonna go fast. I think today is maybe the last day, or tomorrow's the last day for that deal. So you don't wanna miss out on that. That little goober there. You go outside the lines, because this is water-based paste, you can go ahead and use either a wipe, you know, like a wet rag, and get it off if you want to, or like this, it might be a little bit more absorbent than we want it to be. So I'll just take a little piece of sandpaper around the outside edge. So kind of like how it's like black around the edge. Do you see that? But of course, I'm pretty messy and kind of goobered already on it. So, but make sure you say hello if you come on in. That helps me out with my channel, helps me get more things out there. I really appreciate you for being out there. And like I said, I will, as soon as I am able, I will disclose to you all the things. So I'm trying out the horizontal so that I can get used to how that looks and look at what it does. I have to do like a vignette with all the things I made, and then like one DIY on this video. So quick DIY, I don't know, and it's all pre-recorded, so that's the good news, because I do find like sometimes it's hard not to be super nervous for those things, especially if you overthink it. Like I'm gonna be like on the Facebook page for Chalk Couture, and it's gonna be the launch for designers. So although I love all my friends that are designers, I just love all the things I learn from them and the connections we make. It's just so much fun to be a designer. Okay, I'm getting like brush strokes on here in the worst way. A lot of times when you get brush strokes, I found if you go one more coat, it'll probably be okay. But so don't over rub. Don't panic either. Let me get a little more water going here in the lid. The reason I like to put the water in the lid, like you could have a little dish or whatever, but I like to use the lid. Like this is, you know, as we're getting low on the paste, it does sort of get dried up on the edges. So the little extra water as I close the container doesn't hurt the paste whatsoever. In fact, kind of helps it. You can see it on this edge. Ooh, making a mess. But I'm just taking, and I have it thick, you know, it's thicker in other places, so I'm just kind of running the water along it, and it just sort of smooths out any rough edges. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, that's what I'm doing, and I'm sticking to it. So don't miss out on that sale. Go on the website. Let me know if you have any questions or whatever. I'd love to help you. Lots of things. There was some kits. There's a lot of surfaces. You could like the, I'm trying to think where mine is. Oh, I have it. This round surface. This is a round bamboo board. It's got like a ridge around this side. This is buy one, get one. So that's a really nice surface. Trying to get it quickly dried. It never dries quickly. Your heat gun never heats up very quickly. You know, all the things. When you sit and watch it, it's just like a watch pot never boils, right? That's exactly how it is when you're trying to get everything dried up. When you're watching paint dry, it doesn't dry when you want it to. All right, hopefully this will be our final one. It's okay to put 3 coats on. I'm quite certain I've used very little paste really on this project. So a singles packet is definitely going to last you. Put it in a paper plate. A lot of times, like if I was using it as a squeegee, and I'll show you as I use my as I go to do the shimmer gold, as I do the transfer, that how I just squeeze the paste right onto my squeegee. And I'll show you how I do that, because I like to just save time. You can still see right over here. I think even if you have a little bit of brush strokes here, I think it's not going to really show. That's what I think. I want to say the reason I really like I like rustic and farmhouse look is because I can have imperfect paint jobs. I think that's why I like that. So this is a little bit on the dry side. So before I close it up, especially because it's kind of warmy out here, actually it's really warm here, I'm just going to spritz a little distilled water on there to make sure that it stays moist. And that'll just absorb. When I go to open it next time, you won't even know that I had that. There. Okay, so for best results, when you are painting surfaces like this, you should wait, give it a good amount of drying time. And, I'm rushing because I'm on TV. I'm on my channel. I'm on YouTube here. And I just want it to be a quick and easy project. So I am going to do a clear wax, surface wax on this, just to kind of seal up my surface so that when I put the transfer over, it doesn't come off. Oops, what was that? Oh my board. Everything is kind of a little bit off kilter in here right now. Nothing like being super hot and trying to cool it down with an air conditioner and then, running the hot air to blow it dry. So busy week. We've been doing school. It seems like the week has gone fast because the public school here, I'm just taking on the edges there this sandpaper so that it looks nice and clean and black. I'm not trying to wear off the black at all. I'm just trying to get the white part off because I kind of just to make it look nice. Does that make sense? That's just a little trick I like to do to get my sides. And then I do see here, like in the corners, I kind of goobered over in the corners on the inside. And the other thing I could do is take a little bit of our black velvet paste and just paint any, if I couldn't get it off, say it's a real mess or soaked in really hard, that's the other thing I could do to just, clean up these edges. I think it would look good. But I kind of like, do you see how it's like black on the inside? I like it. I like the look. All right. There we go. I'm going to get rid of this and get down to this, just the frame now. We got hot glue everywhere. Came home from college, so I know she was close. I'm working for a living. All right, so I'm going to use the transfer that is this month's. You cannot purchase this transfer. You can only get it in the club. That is the only way to get it. And I love that they've been doing patterns. Last month was bows. I don't know if you saw last month's one. Very pretty bows. Bows are in style right now. I'm mixing this up really good so that it's nice and incorporated. And then because this is a brand new transfer, we want to go ahead and fuzz this so that it doesn't stick too hard to our surface. I'm going to take it, put it on my fuzz cloth, take it off, get some fuzz, put it back down, take it off a few times. And then also, like I said, I am also going to wax this surface so that I seal in that white, that vanilla paste that we have on here. Now, if you wanted to use different colors, you certainly could. This is just what comes with a kit. And you know, but I kind of love this set. Sometimes I do exactly what they have for it, and sometimes I change it up a little. So it's really up to you. You could be as, you know, creative as you really want to. Try not to go too heavy with the wax. And like I said, the wax is just gonna kind of seal up our paste so that it doesn't, I don't know why I throw that aside. Put it back in, Dory, so you have it next time. Okay, we're gonna stick this on here. And again, you could leave this centerpiece in here and just do the centerpiece. I'm not going to. I'm gonna just do this and try to center this on here. Kind of want it to look even Steven. Is that possible? Nice thing is they do center. Oh, that's not gonna work. They do center the pattern in here, and it's repeatable. So if you wanted to do something bigger, this transfer is reusable like up to 12 times. You just take it to the sink after you're done, wash it with just plain water and a board eraser or a soft brush, and you can use it again over and over and over again. So I see some bubbles here, and you want to get all the air bubbles out, because any air bubbles are going to cause it to sneak underneath that transfer and smear and not be as beautiful as we want it to turn out to be. So, oops, here's another air bubble. Just following it around, I think, is what I'm doing. You want to get it down really good. The green spots are what are not going to show up on the transfer. The white spots you see, that's where we're going to have paint. And I know. I'm like, I can't get in here. So what I do is I just go ahead and cut a corner off. I don't know why I forgot that I have to cut it. I thought I was going to be able to tear it, you know, like a granola bar, and I can't. And then what I'm going to do is, this is a shimmer one. I'm using the mini squeegee, which is what you get with your kit the first time. And it's reusable as well. Just keep washing it. Mine always look kind of all colors, you know. And so I just squeeze it right on there. Do you see that? It's just got like a goober of it on there. And this will make it so that all I have to do is squeegee it on there, and I'll only pretty much squeeze out the amount that I need. So I'm going to work pretty quickly to get this fully covered. And the reason for that is that we don't want it to dry in the transfer, because once it dries, it will come back up. It'll peel up when we peel the transfer. We don't want to lose our color. And then you can lay it back down. Like I said, these are reusable. You don't have to do any sort of weeding or anything like that to get it to work for you. You don't have to spend hours weeding all the little things out and printing, you know, getting a computer to run for you. This is, you know, so easy peasy. It's already pre-made for you. You don't have to come up with your own designs or print it or whatever. I'm not going to push on that one edge. I do see some bubbles. We're going to keep working pretty quickly here, but it's so satisfying, I'm telling you, to just, and this has got a little shimmer in it. This is gold shimmer that came with the kit, and it's got that shimmer, has just like little flecks of glitter in it. And so you kind of want to push down a little bit more, not so hard that you tear your transfer. But I think we've got all the areas covered here. Let me see. There's no white areas showing through. That is the goal. I do see a couple bubbles, so who knows what's going to happen. So this, I will just let this sit, and it will kind of get a seal on there, and then we can, oh, I see a white here. We can use it again for the next week or two. So we're just going to peel to reveal. So you place the transfer, paste on it, and then peel to reveal. So we're just going to take it slow. Look at how gorgeous that is. I'm telling you, that shimmer just doesn't show up on the video as well as it is in person. That is so cool. So I'm going to put this back on the backing, take it to the sink, and wash it with just plain water. It's totally non-toxic, so don't be afraid to wash your transfers, and then keep it for another project. Like, you could totally use that again. All right, let's show you that. Isn't that cool? Look at, you could kind of see the shimmer to it. It's just not as flat. And so this can be used for fall. It can be, you know, you can put whatever you want in here for a picture of any sort. It's got the hang-ups on it. Put that center, try not to smear it. It takes just a couple of minutes for that paste to dry, and I will find a picture to take in here and show you the end result. And if you haven't, I'm sticking my finger in it as we speak. If you haven't already, I'm just going to stop. You guys get the idea. If you haven't already joined my Facebook group, I do have a Facebook, Prairie Scraps Chalkin. Please feel free to join that. I also have Prairie Scraps on Facebook as a business page, and pretty much you can see the finished products there, projects there. Ask me any questions, message me, text me. My text is down below, so feel free. If you want to get monthly specials, or even if you want that VIP, I think the VIP link is down below too. So please do all the things. I thank you so much. This is like very quick and easy. I don't know, how long was that? I can't see a time. So, 36 minutes. And really, I fussed around a lot. So I appreciate you all. I hope you have a great weekend. I won't be live here this weekend because, like I said, I've got a deadline now, but it's very exciting, and I promise you guys will be the first to see all the things as soon as I can release it, because it's a secret. So exciting. So anyway, I hope you'll be cheering me on. Let me know what you think about this lovely little frame. Isn't it so cute? I just think it is so adorable. Love it. All right, you guys, have a very blessed night and keep on crafting.